Bible, God's inspired word, says there came a sound from heaven, and that's the sound we need. The truth, present truth that can set you free.
Wrong ideas of God lead to wrong worship of God. Misguided concepts of who God is leads to wrong approaches in worship, in church services, in Christian lives. A.W. Tozer made a statement, and I want to read it to you again. He said this. He said, "We tend to move towards our mental image of God. The most revealing thing about a church," he said, "is its idea of God." And then he went on to say, "No religion has ever been greater than its idea of God." And because of a wrong idea of God, that leads to wrong approaches, wrong methods, wrong worship, period. Wrong living. We get a wrong idea of who he is. I think we need to get back to the Bible to find out who our God is. In fact, I remember a guy named Peter who really brought down God to a level of manageability. What do you mean? Well, on the Mount of Transfiguration, he made this statement. He said, "It's good for us to be here." You know, he saw Moses and Elijah talking with Jesus, and he got so excited. He said, "Let's build 3 tabernacles, one for Moses, one for Elijah, one for Jesus." And the Bible says God interrupted him. Did you get that? And God spoke. Boy, it's a good thing God interrupted old Peter, isn't it? Peter put his foot in his mouth. Well, what do you mean? Listen to it. Let's build 3 tabernacles, one for Moses, one for Elijah, and one for Jesus. Meaning what? He brought Jesus down to a level of manageability. He brought Jesus down and put him on the same level as Moses and Elijah. Let me say today, Jesus Christ is not on the same level as Moses and Elijah or Confucius or Mohammed or Buddha. Jesus stands all by himself. He is the author and finisher of our faith, my friend. And Christianity is not one of many religions. It stands all by itself because the creator of the universe is at the helm. He is in charge, my friend, and when we have the right concept of who he is, that changes the way we do church. That changes the way we worship. May we not lower God to our level, but may we rise to the level of this book's experience and not pull it down to the level of mine. Our wrong ideas about God have led to wrong worship. I believe in the churches, it has caused the modern church to create substitutes for God. I am afraid that the church is beginning to worship music, worship furniture. Believe it or not, that happened in the Old Testament. What do you mean? Do you remember that brazen serpent on a pole? They carried that brazen serpent on a pole around for 700 years until Hezekiah comes on the scene as king, and he says, "That is something that God told you to do, but it has become an idol." You see, even a good thing can become an idol. Even a good thing can become worshiped. And what does Hezekiah say? He says, "Grind it to powder." And that's exactly what they did. Friends, may we not make substitutes for God, but may we worship the living God. And when we get on our knees and have an encounter with him, that will change the way we do church. It'll change the way we sing. It'll change the songs we pick. It'll change the lyrics we write. And it will bring us to a place where we say, "God, to him be all the glory."
For more information, visit us online at acertainsound.com.